Yeah, I've seen a lot of the videos of like the guys that do like the climbing and stuff. Like, I don't put myself in their shoes per se. But there's also part of the sociopathicness to things where... What is this? Where, oh wait, just... We came in here, okay. So... That's barricaded, awesome. And I do remember a video of that one guy that would like scale buildings, like skyscrapers, and then he would like to hang off the edge and take selfies. And sure enough, he fell. Like, he lost his grip or something, and so it's, unless I emulate empathy, I'm otherwise unaffected by that. Where should we go? Wait, what about, I don't know which way I'm facing at the moment. Okay, so we go there. Let's go straight down, then to that left, which will be right, to here, and then go this way. Now, it doesn't mean I'm immune to like shock videos and stuff, and there's one particular thing that still makes me squeam, and that's videos of arm wrestling going wrong. Like, I can't stomach it for some reason. Where people are doing the arm wrestling thing, and suddenly the arm... That and, like, shins snapping, like kickboxing, and then, like, someone does a kick that literally snaps their shin, like... So there's a couple weird quirks that do get me. I'm not, like, some indestructible monster. But yeah, nothing quite like the arm wrestling thing, I think. Like, that's a fate worse than death as far as I'm concerned. Ugh. The most violence and stuff doesn't faze me outside of certain contexts, but yeah, it just depends. It's case by case. This device needs a specified disk. I need to activate 3 of these. Does this count as being activated? Is it just by finding it and clicking on it, is it now activated? Because there's a second one. This computer's blocking the doors. I can disable it, but the servers do not have enough power. I have to figure out how to make it work. And somebody took a dump on the floor. Where people die. Yeah, see, death itself doesn't faze me. Like, 1 is an inevitability, but 2 is, it's a release. So it's like, once you're dead, like, the concept of pain and fear and things are all gone. Like, it's, all of it's just disabled. So my brain doesn't really view it as like a really negative thing. But accidents do happen and stuff, but you can die in painful ways too, but yeah, usually stuff like that in general doesn't faze me. But if I die in a horrible way, it's gonna suck right up until I die. I remember there was a guy who committed suicide by jumping in, like it was some sort of a metal forging thing and he like jumped into liquid molten hot iron or something. For a moment, that would suck. But at the same time, one of the perks is that it's guaranteed. It's not like people who say overdose on sleeping pills or something where your body gets all fucked up and then they successfully resuscitate you and detox you or whatever. It's like, those are scarier to me. People that kill themselves or try to kill themselves but fail. It's like, if at the very least you do something that's absolutely insanely painful and just mind-boggling, if it's absolute guaranteed, they're not pulling you out of molten metal alive. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So there's value to that. So it's like a rationalization in my brain that says, is this the... Oh, yeah, that's the butthole thing. I'm assuming I'm not supposed to go in that room, and I don't see any sign of, like, objects. Oh. There is, right there. Looks like a key or something. How the heck? As a spirit, I don't buy into ghosts and spirits and stuff. I acknowledge it as a possibility, and I have a way of incorporating it into my belief system only as a possibility. So I don't... Oh shit, wrong button. So I don't accept, like, to me, if you are dead, you're dead. That's it. Your consciousness is done. Game over. Oh, it's a one-way door. That sucks. Okay. Here's my plan. I'm gonna go in that door. I'm gonna try and run, pick this up, and I'm gonna try and run there. I think that butthole is gonna start pooping on me the whole time. So... Go. Silver key. Oh, that was easy. Because, like, I do believe, like, the whole spirits and paranormal phenomenon makes sense as a possibility based on my beliefs in the simulation argument that we may be living in a simulation. The belief part being, I believe we do live in a simulation. So if you think in terms of, like, the famous glitch in the Matrix concepts, it overlaps in terms of what we see as paranormal behavior. So it's more like a bug in the code that is possible. It could exist. Won't concern me, though, either, because there's nothing for me to go off of, at least not in a scientific way. So I have a key. Where was the locked door, though? I'm trying to think. Might be to that cell to the north of us. Let's try going that way. But, like, even if, let's say, ghosts were a real thing, the manifestations of a ghost would not necessarily be my consciousness anymore. At best, it would be an identical copy of me. I would still think it's me, but the me here and now wouldn't even have to be concerned over it. Okay, so this door cannot be opened. There's another cell down towards the bottom, but I think it's the exact same kind of door. I don't even... I guess I could go check that bedroom area. Maybe there was something... Oh wait, maybe I can't. Oh yes I can, it's this way. Wait a minute. Decrete that wherever the fuck that was. I think it was in that server access room. Yeah, it's gotta be there. Okay, so it's gonna take me a little bit to figure out how to get back there. Okay, so this way, and then this way. Or not. I think I missed a degree. Nope, there it is. Yeah, that's sort of the magical part of science, is that, yeah, there's... The more we know, the more we also know how much more we don't know. So it's kind of like an endless pursuit type of thing. Which one gives scientists jobs and stuff. Hey, look at that. But it's always good too in the regard of, like, there's always more knowledge to pursue. It's when you abandon everything and just say, what's the point? Or none of it matters. Or not even that really, but... If you try not to apply the scientific process to it. Like when you ask me about the whole spirits and things, it's like I'm not denying ghosts. But I'm without sufficient strong evidence, there really isn't a whole lot more for me to be able to conclude with it. Okay, so there's no map of this spot. Sure is a lot of pallets. There really isn't much going on in this game, is there? In a way, it almost reminds me of like the SCP facility. The disc. I can use this disc in the device X77 to synchronize the signal. Okay, I guess. Do I have a celebrity crush? Nothing that nothing comes to mind, no. I'm gonna guess don't get near that thing, it will fuck you up. Yeah, that looks safe. these are servers. I think that was part of the task of some sort. Is that all that's down here? I guess so. We also have a disc dinghy. Don't know where that third one was though, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Which way was Diego? Go this way. The celebrity names you're listing off, I'm not recognizing, so I don't know. But to me, humans, just people in general, are not the most appetizing thing. If anything, I'm something of a deviant. Like, I don't actively pursue relationships and stuff, so... that also ties into the messed up survival mechanic. Like, what are the things of survival? Well, the most important thing for the survival of your species is to reproduce. Which means finding mates and reproducing, right? Other parts include not dying, feeding yourself, etc. And so it all intertwines into this thing where it's like, my interest in other humans is extremely limited. And I'm very eager to adopt virtual reality stuffs, or alternate realities, so I'm not so connected to the world around me. So... I was thinking more deviant as in like a sexual deviant, but I'm not like a sex offender, so that's why I didn't quite finish that thought. This is device 78. That does me no good. Hopefully the other one was 77 then? How do I get there? We gotta go that way. So like my will to find people and reproduce and stuff, it's just not there. In the way it's supposed to be. Do I search for sex? Short answer, no. In fact, I almost go out of my way to avoid it. And the drama that comes with it, as well as other risks. Shit. This is just 79. Oh, okay, so this was for this. I think. Or the servers interacted with this somehow. Crap. So there is a third disc somewhere. Where? I don't know. Let's see, so this one is the main system cell. With a computer. The administrative room has another. So if there was a third one, surely it would be either in the file room or the supervisor room, right? Correct, I don't see, no, I don't see out. Oh, I just found it. What the hell? That was an accident. Where am I in the... Oh. Hey, look at that. And I found it while being distracted by sex. So now I'm missing... Oh! Cells must be unlocked now because of that. thing is that a lot of what I'm into, we'll just call it fetishes, is so not normal in the traditional sense that a lot of things stop making sense. I don't want to get too specific on it, but it's like there comes a point where you're into some things that are so out there that it's better just say screw it and not even think about it, as opposed to seeking it out, if that makes sense. Hell yeah, that opened this. And it gave me another thing. 78. These are all 78s, okay. Gentlemen, I think we're gonna make it out of here alive. But so 78 was which one? I don't know yet. Wait, that was... There's like a 70... Oh, no, never mind. That's my inventory, I see. I forgot how to crowd's control. Yeah, so when you start getting into stuff like that, and thinking even further past it, we're not necessarily talking criminal activity, but when things get so elaborate, complex, and specific, there can come a point where you're just like, you know what, fuck this. Like, hey, this was 79, I need 78, which must be the last one, up to the north. Which way's north? Is it this way? No. There. Now, we're not talking things like animal cruelty or things like that, so let's clarify that at least. Or things like underage children, so that's not an issue either. It's not a case of something like that, but I forgot what I was gonna say. So we're not talking a legal problem here, where it's like, what I'm into, the law does not permit type of thing. It's more of just the bounds of what's even possible or realistic, without getting into detail, because I can't really. I'm not allowed to divulge too much. Now, we got a problem. I don't know where disc 79 would be. Let's see. We have access to... We went to cell 2. We went to cell 1. The test area had the key. What else is there? I don't think we have access to the other stuff. The most unexplored looking area is that bedroom. Vomit and blood play. Like I said, we're not gonna go into details and specifics. This is not an interrogation. I can only provide the most generic of information and keep it as broad as possible. There's one other possibility that I'm thinking of, and there might... Wherever that other butthole was that hit us the first time, where the hell was that? I can't even remember. So what's in here? Oh god, that was it. That scared the shit out of me. Well, I found it. I forgot that's about that guy. How often do you get scared by a butt on the wall? That's kinda... That's something. Okay, so this should go into here. And a door somewhere has opened. He just listing off different fetishes now. Well, here, let me explain to you a simpler example of the dilemma. If, let's say, you guys all know that I love white hair. So, like, every time I'm allowed to create a character, I'll make one with white hair. That's my fetish, right? Now, there's a problem with white hair in reality. It's one thing when it's in video games and animations and stuff. Typically, white hair does not normally happen on regular people that are not either albino or elderly. So to meet all normal circumstances and have somebody with white hair is extremely rare. And even if you find such a person, they may not click with you. That's just a kind of, nutball generalization example there. So it's like, well, what are the odds of me being able to find somebody with white hair that isn't like old or have some sort of genetic mutation or something? What? Oh, I'm on the elevator. And yeah, then you start to get into topics like, well, what if you have them wear a wig or bleach their hair white? It's like, well, now you're asking somebody else to conform to your own demands. I only love you if your hair is white. That sounds pretty fucking shallow, doesn't it? So now it becomes like it starts to evolve into a larger problem. It's like, so what, you're only with me because you like white hair? Yes. Might be the answer, and that's not a healthy relationship if that's the case. So that's just a very rough example of the down-the-line complication that comes with what I was trying to say. Because, like, what happens if they don't want to have white hair anymore? And I'm just using that as the example because it's... Okay, so there's no menu here, or... Sorry. No map. Oh yeah, flashlight. Yeah, but see what you're telling me, but like what you're getting into, like, is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, it can become a bigger problem down the line. And just because they meet your criteria does not necessarily even mean that you're going to like them as a person, so that further messes up the odds, like just the statistical probability of, two people clicking together and so on. And that's under very rare and specific circumstances, very, very, tough gamble. Whereas even a normal relationship is a monumental task to maintain, like a healthy relationship. So at some point, you might just say, you know what I'm seeking is just way too fucking ridiculously specific, and it's just unrealistic, so it's like, forget the whole thing. Control systems, fuck. So it's not like a case of, say, like, like it's not even like a legal thing. If your fetish was like animals and children or something, like, well, the law does not permit you to do this anyways, so that's a different problem. I'm gonna guess I'm not gonna want to fall. I can't jump, so wait a minute, I might be able to do this. So it's still possible to have these circumstances under legally acceptable premises. And not like I can only get off when I'm cutting a woman's head off or something silly like that. Which is also a thing, right? So we can't. There's no map. Anyways, let's keep playing this game, huh? 3 days ago, our system started to fail. All the equipment stops working and comes back later. The periods are getting shorter, and we can lose the locomotion between the sectors. You've got locomotions between the sectors? Can I see it? We have looked at potential problems. Our software engineers have searched and stated that it is a technical problem in artificial intelligence. It is connected to all systems for information purposes. I do not think it's possible to change or damage systems. I communicated to Dr. Martin about the case and the gravity of the situation. He also believes it is not AI. We need to solve this problem soon. Maintenance of software and equipment exchange and obligatory for the... Like, that's not even close to a sentence. Maintenance of software and equipment exchange and obligatory for the operation of sectors, blah blah. Otherwise they will collapse. Well, I guess we know why they collapse. This jackass doesn't know how to fucking write. Like, no wonder this whole place is fucking falling apart. How the hell they even managed to get this far? Okay, that door's closed and locked off. Go this way then. Go this way. But the best part of it all is that with virtual reality, whether it's like just the concept of people having access to porn, you can live out a lot of your wild dreams in a completely fake environment, whether it's watching a film or... Great, it's working. What's working? What the hell just happened? Oh, you heading out? Roger that. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we found the Red Room. Welcome to the Dark Web. Superficie Elvador. I'm gonna guess it's some kind of Spanish or Latin or something. Or not Latin. Yeah, whatever. This gate to the surface, but it is blocked. Yeah, by a door. There's another door. Dude's only got three servers in his rack. The tower access door was unlocked. So there's a door labeled access tower somewhere. Oh boy. Oxygen, man. Not sure I like where they're going with this, to be honest. Now there's another bar, which I presume is oxygen. I think it sounds like he's already using it, though, so that could be a problem. But the bar's not going down, so... Can't encroach. I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. I was gonna teabag him. I think this was Dr. Martin. Okay. The entire W Core project and research was compromised. Probably just a wind. Research was compromised. The goal of creating a compound regeneration of human cells and increase the longevity of life, making it the company's main product, is no longer viable due to technical problems. The main defect of intelligence is still to confuse human DNA as a virus. What the fuck are they trying to even say? It's like they Google translated this from a different language. All the alternatives to correct were made. I created several mutations from the DNA cells, and I try to distribute them for a new recognition, but nothing works. Nothing works because you don't know how to communicate. She also cut off communication with the surface station, and we're stuck for almost 2 years without contact with the project directors. The only solution I found was to disconnect the cells from the intelligentsia and send the tower staff to request immediate support. She tried to block me verbally, but I did not. I turned some cells off the system and had consequences. She accessed the ducts and redirected an infection to the station. The tower team got stuck in the elevator. We are fucked up. Yeah.
You do not have permission. This sector is only for corp engineers.
But...
Please go to the nearest exit.
Shut up.
Avoid problems.
No time for nipples. I gotta disable these cells. One down. Fuckload more to go.
This is a waste of time.
Shut up, nipple lady. I got bigger problems to deal with right now.
I saw your file.
Good for you.
Do you want to know about your...
No, I don't. Do you want to know about your erectile dysfunction? Hell no. Sorry, Miss AI, you might be cute and all, but I have the internet. I don't need you.
Do you enjoy oral sex? I have the ability to cause intense pleasure. My lips are soft and very comfortable fiber to suck the human penis. Do you want? Approach and wait for 15 seconds while I carry the tissues.
Okay. Lay it on me, baby. No, God, stay focused. No time for sluts. Slutty AI. Ooh. You can suck me off afterwards, okay? That is one slutty AI I know. I don't think we're gonna succeed. I got a feeling.
What are you doing?
I'm fapping. Go away.
Stop. Stop.
Or what? You'll tickle my butt? She gonna give me the reach around if I don't stop? I don't care.
Hi. Can I help you?
No. No one can help me. I have the best doctors in the world. They still can't figure it out. Like you guys can't see it, but my oxygen bar is very low.
Alert. Corrupted data. Backup. Fail. System failure.
I just have a tiny bit of oxygen left. You guys can't see it because of my stupid little glass thing, but... Okay, so I disabled the AI, now what? Is the AI what was preventing the elevator, perhaps? Yes, it was. But she could give us oral. Yeah, but there's lots of other people that could do that too on the surface. I was shirtless the whole time. No wonder the AI couldn't resist me. Oh no, there's like trees and stuff up top. I think I want to go back down. Guess I could have had oral with the AI. Well, what's done is done. Overhead. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that was overhead. What are my thoughts? Mixed. If this was a free indie game, I think it would have been an okay walking simulator style experience. But it's a paid game on Steam. And that changes things. The visuals themselves were pretty good. The length seemed pretty fine. There's no save system, so it has to be short. There really wasn't much to the game. It was just go from point A to point B and kind of Metroidvania around a little bit. There really wasn't a whole lot to it. It wasn't bad per se, but there really isn't anything that redeeming about it either. I'm glad I played it. As a horror game, I don't know, that butthole on the wall actually scared me the second time we ran into it because I forgot where it was. Not really sure what to say about the AI. I managed to resist making jokes because of our earlier conversation with Sao. We were already divulging all sorts of weird stuff while we were playing. So let's just leave our thoughts at that. Status overhead.